Welcome, we're here with superstar himself, Charlie Simpson. He'd just come back from the Goldenrod Feeder Championship at Larford Lakes.
Yep.
And we thought we'd get together, do a bit of video, and Charlie's going to tell us how he won £12,000 and this fantastic trophy. So, where did it all start, Charlie? What happened? Did you buy your ticket online?
Yeah, I bought a few tickets. I probably got 3 at Barston, 2 at Southfield. I think that was it actually, what I bought. I thought, try and go to venues what I know a bit and see how it goes. And then I ended up qualifying at Carmill Dam, and I didn't originally buy a ticket for that. And I saw there were a few left, and I ummed and ahed. I thought, oh, sod it, give it a go. And as it turned out, I won my zone on that match, finished 4th match overall, and got through to the final.
So just tell us a bit about Carmill Dam. So what peg did you draw?
I think it were 82. It were either 80 or 82.
And which good area, or?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a good area. You're on like a little, I think they call it that bank, Sunnies. For some reason, probably because sun gets more on that side than other bit. And it's quite a deep area, so I thought local said it was a good area, so I fancied it for a few fish.
Yeah.
But as it turned out, going into probably the last 45 minutes, I'd not had a fish. And I'd been fishing just a method, quite negative really, but it was like, lad to my left were blanking, lad to my right had got 2 skimmers for maybe £2.5. Like I said, couldn't get a bite, so I'd only set one rod up, a method rod. I thought, you can use elastic methods there, so I just took my method off, put a snap swivel on, put a feed on, not a massive feeder, one about that big.
Yeah.
Just rammed it full of chopworm, a few dead maggots, chucked it in a couple of times, emptied it, put my method on, straight over it.
On same line, or?
On same line.
Yeah.
Chucked it straight over the same line. I've had a skimmer within 5 minutes, probably £1.5. Chucked it in next chuck. It's gone round again, I've had one £3. In again, didn't have a bite, and then there were probably like 10 minutes left at match, so I thought, shall I just top up, quick chuck, put some more chopworm in, or just stick at it? I decided, no, it's fishing hard, I don't want to ruin my chances of spooking any fish what might have just backed off a bit. So I chucked method in again, had another skimmer, chucked it in again. There were about 3 minutes at match left, and we're like urging my tip to go round, and it's gone round. I've had another skimmer. I think I've landed it as the shouted time, and finished up with £6 1 ounce and won zone. I was 4th match, so that got me through to the final.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was a freezing day. Snow were, Woodhead were full of snow on way back, and then on way there and on way back it were all melted. It was like driving through a river.
When were it this then?
It was December. I don't think it was mid-December time.
So you qualified at Carmill Dam. Did that get you straight through to the final then at Larford?
Yep.
So how much time and effort have you put into, have you been down to Larford to do some practicing, or did you go down a couple of times, fish a couple of matches, or what happened with that?
Yeah, with weather being as it is, like at the start of the year, we didn't want to go down practicing too early, because we thought in March it should be a bit warmer, we might be wasting his time. But I went down with Jason Farmer. He qualified at FeederMasters, so we decided to try and go down and fish a few matches. And as it turned out, it was cold when we went down. We fished one on specimen, but they were open matches. Anyone could fish any method they wanted, but we just went down just to fish feeder.
Just fish feeder, yeah.
And like I said, first time we went, I struggled a bit really. I think I had 4 skimmers on Specimen Lake for £9. Jason did alright. I think he'd £28 and £35 won it, so he weren't far off winning match. And he said after he made a few wrong decisions near the end of match, because he started catching some, I'm saying skimmers are like £2 plus fish. He were catching skimmers, and he thought he needed some more carp, because he's had 2 carp early in match, and he come off his skimmer to catch carp, and he didn't get another one. He was kicking himself a bit.
So how did you get on in the match?
I had about £9. I think it was just short of £9, 4 skimmers. which were an hard area, but I was saying, like, I've fished mainly 2 lines, one for skimmers at like 18 metres and fishing for carp down middle, which is probably about 50 to 60 metres.
So
I've had my skimmers long.
So what were your plan then? Did you have a plan before you fished the final that you were going to have a short line for skimmers and then go long for carp, or what were your plan or attack before you got there at the big match?
Well, probably like that, but we went down the week leading up to the match for some practice sessions. And, well, weather were a lot warmer,
right?
You know, leading up to the weekend. I think on Friday it was like 14 degrees. Thursday were probably the same. So it were fish were starting to move a bit. And some people were catching that edge. Even
what, just flicking feeder down edge?
Yeah, just underarming it to the next pallet. And there were some big fish caught late on doing that on both lakes.
Right. So just tell us what happens on the final day. You get there, and on one day, on the Saturday, do you fish one lake and then Sunday the other one?
Yeah,
you rotate it?
What happens on day one, all pegs go in and that. So you go in and draw. If you draw at Specimen Lake on the Saturday, then on the Sunday you're going to be on the match lake or the arena.
Right.
2 sections on match, 1 on arena.
Right.
And then vice versa.
So what happened on that day then? Give us a rundown on the final day. What happened?
Well, on the Sunday or the Saturday?
Well, the first day, you get there, you wake up in the morning. Do you have a big breakfast?
Yeah, I went for a nice breakfast.
Or did you have muesli? You couldn't hold your nerves?
No, just go for a nice breakfast. Set you up for the day.
Yeah. So you got there.
Yep.
Where did you want to be? Did you have it in your mind where you wanted to be, or did you just go and draw your peg?
Well, everyone were tipping. Arena had been fishing well, so everyone were tipping arena to possibly win match. But you just needed an end pegs as well at Larford. Everyone were tipping Larford. You need to draw an end peg to win section, and there were like a lot of sections. There were at least 2 end pegs because they pegged it not 10 anglers in a line. They pegged it 5 people. 5 anglers against 5 in lake, so you're all fishing in the same area at lake.
Oh, right, what? So you're fishing 5 on this side and then 5 other side?
Yeah. So if sometimes it can be wind dominate, you know, like if wind's blowing from one end at lake to other, one end at lake can fish a lot better than other lake, and 10 pegs, like up Match Lake, we'd be in a big match to spread people around. So
but it makes sense, doesn't it, to peg it like that. So you go in. The first day, where do you draw?
Peg 48 on Match Lake.
Did you fancy it?
I knew it could be alright. I thought there's like a rope that goes across Match Lake, and sometimes near that rope can be good. But I've only really fished Match Lake in summer months, so I don't really particularly know it that well for like pegs. But I thought, I was a bit further down the rope. I was like third angler in from end. Then there were 2, a lad on rope and a lad in between. So I thought, well, we might be in a half decent area. I'm on the bank, which is a bit deeper than like the grass bank. I call it the burr bank. So I thought a little bit deeper water. We'd seen weather forecast, so I might have, hopefully fish might move over to that area.
Right, so what were your plan of action for the day? You'd drawn that peg. What were you thinking?
Mainly, my loose plan were to try and fish first hour, try and catch a carp down middle of lake or just this side at middle. Then have a skimmer line, try and just keep putting summer tip net for a few hours. That last probably hour and a half, trying to catch carp. Leave a down middle margins. That was my plan of attack.
So, how did it plan out? That were your plan of attack.
Yeah.
So how did it go?
I've chucked in first chuck. I fished roughly 27 metres. I fished this side at middle just to give me a chance. If fish backed off, I could chase him. Or if lad on other side were chucking into the middle, he might push a few fish over to my side. So, chucked in first chuck. I've had an indication. Notes developed. I've chucked in second chuck. I've had a waited a bit like, but it's gone round. It was nice.
What, on method this?
No, on a little hybrid feeder.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's gone round. I've had an F1 £3, and I've had a few more chucks. I've had odd little indication, but it won't go round. So I've probably fished first hour. I might have had one chuck more than what I wanted, but I didn't want to fall in trap sitting on that and it being like when we practiced not catching on.
So did you fill a short line in then, or you just went straight out on that?
Yeah, I didn't want to. I wanted to get straight into that middle, that area, as soon as that whistle went. Right. So sometimes you catch an early fish like that, and when we practiced on there, it only took a few chucks before you started getting bites on that short line. So I thought, get out there. A few people were feeding up, so I thought I'd just give myself, if there were any fish, early fish feeding, hopefully I had first bite.
Yeah, first one. So you got that one in the net. What happened after that?
Well, I couldn't get another bite then. So got on my short line. That was like 18 metres, and we practiced over there. You could put worm in, but worm were like it were to miss. You started getting indications, and so I thought a safer option. It was really cold that day, and there weren't much being caught around me. So I've just gone in, just a few pinkies, double fluoro pinky on hook. I've had a few casts, no bites. And then the first bite, a proper pull round, skimmer. I've got a few turns, his hook's pulled out. So I've had a few more chucks, had odd skimmer, but like I was saying, you're getting indications, and sometimes tip would go around, you pick up with a note there. So I thought, right, I'm going to start putting some worm in.
What do you think they were then? Do you think they were carp, or do you think...
No, they were skimmers just probably coming around. I fished a short hook length, like 10-inch hook length.
Right.
Just found that were better. They're just probably coming and going to your feeder. I don't know really, but it was like you get indicated. There could have been small roach and things like that. So I've gone to worm, had a little run of fish. Well, I'm saying I was getting bites or indications. That's what it was like tip of around, you pick up. That's on note there. A few more chucks, and then I pulled off two skimmers, you know, them like 6-8 ounce skimmers, just about to net them. They just go like that, up pulls, up drops out. So I was cursing then. And a few more chucks. I've had an F1 then, about £2, which were pretty a bonus really on that line. So I landed that. Now a few more skimmers. I'm getting indications then. But this, bearing in this mind, this was like a couple hours into the match. Lad to me right, he'd had a few F1s on his, he's just like fished down middle nearly all match. And he's picked a few F1s up. And I think he got a carp, so he was just ahead of me at that time. So, and then I think he got another carp, so that one, this was slowing down. So I've just put that bank, probably an hour and a half to go. And then it was like, I was just going to concentrate down middle for carp and my margins. I didn't want to feed my margins, I just wanted that was same, I just wanted to try and set a trap, wait for a fish to come in, and catch
Nail it, yeah.
And if I wanted to feed, I could feed one side and fish another
like
side.
Like a throwaway line sort of thing.
And I've chucked back out, and it was taking a while to get your tip right because there was that much undertow on it.
Oh,
wind. Right. Yeah, so like setting my tip. So I thought, right, I'm just going to have 10 minutes because bites on there, what I've found other day where you were getting fish, it was like 10 minutes, especially down edge. So I had 10 minutes on that. I started making a method. I got my tip set, so it'd probably be in about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Getting me a method ready. I preferred method for that edge, so it broke down quicker.
What was that then? With ground bait or pellets or
micros?
Micros, right.
What
on hook then?
Just four bands, like dumbbell pellets.
Right.
So I don't know, just getting my other method right, and I felt Rod just tap on the thigh. I picked up, I've had a carp, chucked back in, another carp. Cut a long story short, I've had I think 5 or 6 carp in the last hour and a half.
Oh,
and like I said, most of the bites were taking like 10 minutes, and they were like, a lad at side we were catching us, we were like, I'd probably overtook him, then he'd pull one back, and then I'd like get another fish. Anyway, I've landed one, 10 minutes to go, and I was like, do I have a little drop dart edge? Or do I go back out? I thought, no, I've chance for another one. I'll go back out. There were probably 5 minutes left, and I'm like, this is going to go again. I thought, I'm ahead of him now and to my right. And I've just turned around, he's playing one, and I'm like, oh, he's done me with that. So, anyway, mine never moved again. He landed that fish.
How big were them carp you caught then? How big were they?
They were from like 2 to 6 pound.
Yeah. So, end at match. What did you weigh in?
32 pound 8 ounce.
Where did you come in the section?
Second in section.
Oh, so great day then. Did he do you next door then? I take it.
No.
Oh, right.
The lad who did me were opposite bank on MPEG, which, like they said, MPEGs sometimes. He had 60 pound. He's caught a few fish early down edge, carp, and he's caught I think 6 or 7 in last hour. But they're probably an average bigger stamp of fish. He's had 60 pound. I was second with 32 pound 8 ounce. The lad to me right had 31 pound 15 ounce, and Gareth Lambert, he had 31 pound 14 ounce. So one fish.
Yeah.
Either way, between 3 anglers, anyone could have finished second in section.
So great day. Did you pick out up for second?
No, they just paid.
Just paid section winner were it?
Yeah, section winners, and they paid an optional pool of top 5 anglers on there.
Who won that? Who won the match that first day then?
Les Thompson won match on arena, £90.
Right, it's a big weight then. Right, so the second day. Tell us what happened at the draw bag. Where did you go?
Peg 80 on specimen.
What did you fancy on that? Did you think good draw or?
Yeah, definitely an area to catch some carp. That's what I wanted. Thinking before I went to manage, I thought middle section, half decent pegging middle section, which were probably of it days. Well, a good pegging middle section, I thought, but especially I wanted to try and catch some carp. I thought I needed some carp.
Were you going for the win then? Is that what your plan were?
Yeah, I had my head, I wanted to fish a match. Because the day before, most of carp on Specimen Lake were caught long.
Right.
So I wanted to peg a chance to fish long. Well, I'm saying long, 50, 60 metres all match.
Right.
During an area which I could do it.
So you draw that peg.
Yep.
Talk us through the first hour then. What were going through your head? You had a plan. You wanted to catch some carp. You were going for the match win basically. Talk us what happened in that first hour.
For a section win.
All right, you were going for a section.
Match wins a bonus.
Yeah. So what happened first hour?
First hour, well, I've just set 2 rods up mainly. One to fish long, one to fish 30 metres and back. Right, well, like my plan with 30 metres, like an 8 metre line, and my margins if I needed it. But I set another rod up to bait if I wanted to bait up with a feeder. But I set my rod up, I put a clip on at 60 metres and one at 50 metres.
Right.
So first chuck I've chucked 50 metres. It's probably been in 15 minutes. I've had a little pull and a drop back. I've had a skimmer, probably 2.5 pound. Second chuck, probably been in about, probably same 15-20 minutes. I've had a carp. And then
Is that how long you were going to leave it then, or is that?
No, I was prepared to cast him 5 times that match if I come back with 5 carp.
Right, so you were just basically going to chuck it out and wait until the tip went round, basically.
I based my attack on like a Boddington's winter match, but obviously at Boddington's you can keep going and trying to chase fine fish, whereas there you were like limited to halfway out lake. So it was like going left or right, coming in a bit. Obviously there were a limit to where you could cast her.
Right. So you got a skimmer and a carp in the net. What happened after that?
Third chuck, it had been in probably 20 minutes. I've had an an indication, one of them where it like moves a bit, drops and then goes round. I thought, but it didn't. It just, that indication, I thought, go on then. And it didn't happen, so I've left that then like another 20 minutes, you know, just hopefully something come back to it or whatever it were, just to pick a fish up, and it didn't move. So that cast was probably in 40 minutes. And I've chucked back in again. Like I said, by bite time, I might have had a couple, I think maybe my next fish it'd been like 5 minutes, it went round, got a carp, played it, got it under my feet, and I think there were a little bit of a snag to me right, because my first carp, I felt it snag up, just probably like half a second, it all locked up, I pulled it, come out, and this fish were going to the same spot, so I'm like, I weren't bullying it, I was just like trying to guide
it away.
Yeah, and it's just done one big nod and hook's pulled out of it, so I was cursing a bit then. And I've chucked back in again, I was like, just, it only been in 5 minutes, it's gone round. I've landed that one. And then I might have had a couple of chucks, or a chuck without a fish, a couple of chucks. But then I thought, most of my bites have been coming within 20 minutes. So I thought, I don't want to leave it in. I think after I had that one, I had another chuck and didn't get another bite, and I left it in like another 40 minutes. So I thought, I'm wasting casts here, so I'm just going to have 20-minute casts. And as it turned out, rest at match, I've had 20-minute casts, and my bites were coming within 5 minutes, or it seemed to be 18 minutes with a magic number. So I just left them in a couple more minutes. And what I did, basically, just searched my peg. Like, if I didn't get a bite at 50 metres, took my clip off, chucked to 60 metres. If I didn't get a bite there at 60 metres, I'd chuck a bit more to the right, a little bit to the left. Just searching for fish. Sometimes I just back off a little bit. Obviously, if I caught a fish down one spot, I'd chuck back into that spot. And I had a little spell, probably a couple of hours from end. I might have had 5 in 6 chucks, something like that. And going into the last hour, I've had maybe a couple of chucks without a fish. It's gone round, and I've had one double figures. I put that in my other net just to I didn't want to, just to, if I were miscalculating.
No, definitely.
And then I think there were like maybe 20 minutes. No, there were 40 minutes left, because I thought I've got.
So at this point, before you get into the last 40 minutes, the pressure must have been immense. What were people doing around? Were people coming up to you saying, you're close to winning it, you're close to winning your section, you're beating everyone else, what you got? You know, what were happening at that stage?
Well, there were just odd bank walkers just asking, they were saying what I'd caught, I was probably winning section. And then it were between myself, Steve Ringer and Les Thompson, what they were thinking at that moment. But there was a lad on the other bank, he drew the same peg what Steve Ringer drew the day before. And at this point, they were saying he got 6 carp. Well, Steve Ringer the day before, he had 5 carp for £60. So with that last fish, I had £55 on my clicker, and I had that last fish.
What were that? That was a big one, weren't it? What were that? About 12?
No, I think it was £15. They made it separate.
Right.
But I weren't looking. I didn't need to click it. I just netted it and just got it net as quick as I could. But I knew it was double figures, so I'd at least £65, I thought. But they were saying he'd got 6, and if they were all like stamped what Steve Ringer had caught off that peg, he could have had £70. So it was like this. But a few people says no, he's got a few smaller ones. So people were saying you've got a good chance. But then like there were 40 minutes left. So I've got two more chucks here, or a chuck and a fish. Well, I've definitely got 2 more chucks. So I've chucked in, 20 minutes has gone, it's not budged. So I've reeled in 20 minutes to go, this is my last. There's just enough time where my bites have been coming to catch a fish. So I've chucked it in a different spot, like I say, searching my swim, and 20 minutes has going. It's been 10 minutes has gone, and I could see the lad opposite. So I was like, that last 10 minutes seemed to last forever, because I was like, wanting my tip to go around. I was watching him, making sure he weren't catching a fish. So it was just, come on, get round, don't catch one. Come on, get round, don't catch one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, but neither of us caught a fish in that last 10 minutes. So
what happened? What happened at the end? You said, did at the end of the match, the time goes? What were you thinking? Do you think that you'd done it?
No, I just thought I've won my section. That's best I could have done, and it was just seeing what everyone else had done. So like Darren Cox come straight round, congratulated, shaking my hand. He was like, "You've done it, you've won it, you've won it." Les Thompson, he was second in his section, but the lads had a big carp 10 minutes ago. That's knocked him down to third, so he's got 4 points. There's only between you and Steve Ringer, and you'll beat him on weight. But I weren't counting any chickens or anything, because I've heard it all before in matches. People saying you've won match and you haven't. So
you're a cool customer, aren't you? You're a cool customer, like a cucumber.
Oh yeah.
Don't faze you, does it, Charlie? These big matches.
No.
So, when did you find out that you'd won it then? When you'd weighed in, or did you find out later, or what did you? Well, in fact, what did you weigh in?
74 pound 2 ounce.
Right.
So a little bit off with clicker. Well,
a bit, so that you had 55.
Well, 55 and 10. I thought that last fish was £10.
Oh, right.
65.
Yeah,
it went £15, so only £4 off.
Yeah, it's not that bad then, is it?
Yeah.
So, did you think that you'd won it when you'd weighed in, or?
No, like Tom Scorley come round after, he said, "Save your fish, we'll take some pictures." So I thought, I'm at least in frame. And there were a few people saying you've won it, and they're saying Steve Ringer had, I think, £18, so you'll beat him on weight. But that's it. Went back to the car park, unloading gear, a few people coming up, you've won it, you've won it. And I was just like, no, I'm not celebrating her out yet until my name's called out. And that was it.
So, you got a section win and a second.
Yep.
What did you have on weight altogether?
£106, 10 ounce.
And you went back to the presentation.
Yep.
He's reading the names out, and Steve Ringer's second. What did you think?
Get in there.
You go up to get the trophy, £12,000.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Nice feeling.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nice to win first one, what they've ever had. Nice to win match second day. Just a buzzing feeling.
So you picked up altogether, what did you pick up altogether?
£12,000 for winning the golden rod. I won £150 for winning section. And then they had an optional pool of a 2 day, well, each day they had an optional pool, but you paid it on the first day. And they paid top 5 individuals. Out of that money I picked £400 up for that. So I picked up £12,550 altogether.
Whoa. What are you doing with the money, Charlie? New rod?
Not decided yet. Might have to go towards a wedding.
Oh no. Hey, you could do with your new box. How long have you had that box?
Oh no, that's best box ever.
Yeah, so awesome, mate. Congratulations, by the way,
Thank
my
you.
mate.
Thank you.
Well done. Superstar. So what are your ambitions moving forward now that you're the Golden Rod Champion 2018?
Well, just to try and qualify next year, try and qualify for FeederMasters. We're in this weekend, we've got a team in for the FeederMasters Super League. We're going to try and qualify for that to fish the 5-match Super League. I've got some Maver Matches tickets. I'm going to try and qualify for that. I've not got any golden reel tickets yet, but I'm going to try and get some of them and have a go at that, just to try and qualify for some more big matches.
You've got the Super Series and you've got the PA Masters. Don't forget the PA Masters.
The PA
That's
Masters.
The one, innit?
That is the one. The PA Masters.
Have you ever won the PA Masters?
I've not been one. I got fish cakes last year in the final. by the late Nigel Kilburn and someone else, can't remember who it was.
I think I beat you, didn't I? Next peg, I think I beat you.
I was fishing for win though. You were fishing for section.
Yeah, I were, yeah.
So, and then there's the Alsica Super Series.
Yeah, good one, isn't it? A lot of big matches.
I've got some tickets for the Wednesday series at Southfield.
Yeah. That's $9,000, isn't it? That it should be a good one. 10 grand.
Yeah.
So loads to go at, isn't there?
Loads. It's very busy.
Do you?
Oh, I'm fishing Barston Guru Festival. I've booked on that. That's a 3-day festival.
Do you prefer these bigger events then, or would you? You don't. Do you fish many open matches, or do you prefer to just fish the big events?
I'll fish open matches. It's just. I'll fish anywhere,
No. Well,
it's just. You get a bit more buzz out of big matches, and you know what I mean. And you learn more. You're always learning when you're fishing against best anglers, and you make new friends and that. And feeder fishing, like I said, took off. I like fishing them matches. Fishing.
First time I met you, were at Woolsborough, and you were fishing pole, and I were only a youngster. You said, "Look, come here and have a go on this pole." You were fishing up in water with worm, sloppy ground bait. When were that? It must have been like 1990.
It would be early 1990s or late 1980s. That, yeah.
And that were when Woolsborough were prolific, weren't it? It were like up in what everyone used to Wednesday match, weren't it? Dennis White, everyone used to come for fish then. Yeah, well, I hope it all goes well for you, mate, and I hope you're getting another big money final.
I'll be trying.
And I'm sure I'll see you on the bank. And I bet your phone went crackers, didn't it, after you'd won?
We were red hot. All this week, really.
Still same now?
Yeah. Well, it's calmed down a little bit today.
Yeah.
Apart from Baguptv.
Right, so, thanks very much, Charlie, for doing that, mate.
No worries.
And, we'll catch you later.